Now I would call upon Professor Purushotama Bilimale, Kannada Studies Chair, Jawaharlal Nehru University, one of the organizers of today's program, to welcome all the distinguished guests on the dais and all the special invitees and the guests who are present in the August gathering. Professor Bilimale, please.
Sir, it's my pleasure to invite you all to this function. I will not take much of your time because we are eagerly waiting to listen to your talk. Today's inaugurator, Professor Purushotama Agarwal, you must be knowing him. He's a great critic, and I like him because of his social commitment. A literature without social commitment, according to me, is becoming useless these days. So Agarwal, throughout his life, throughout his career, he was the chairman of Center of Indian Languages in JNU for many years. Then he has become a UPS member, and he's a nice critic and always very flexible with us. Sir, it's our pleasure to welcome you to this function. And you all know H.S. Shivprakash. He doesn't need any introduction. One of the most prolific writer, poet, a theatre person, a good teacher, and a good friend. He's working as a professor at the Department of the School of Art and Aesthetics at JNU. He is going to give us a keynote address of the seminar. Sir, I welcome you to this seminar. And my esteemed colleague and so to say my boss is Anwar Alam. He is heading Center of Indian Languages. He is a chairman of Center of Indian Languages at JNU, a very good Urdu poet, a critic, and I want to tell you something. See, Kannada chair has been inaugurated in JNU in last August 2015, and he is one of the person inside JNU was the reason to bring Kannada chair to JNU. And many of us doesn't know that because externally we all work, but internally there should be some force should work in academic council level, in chairman's meeting level, in dean's meeting level, all he pushed. And now I'm quite happy. And I want to tell you that he is trying to bring some other chairs, including Marathi, Odia, Telugu, and is working day and night. Hopefully, under his chairmanship, we will have more chairs in coming days at JNU. He is happily agreed to be here as a chief guest. Sir, I welcome you to this national seminar. And next to Pashaji is Chikkanna. Sir, Chikkanna means small brother, but actually he's a very big brother. He was the director for Kannada and Culture Department. Now he is the coordinator for Kanakadasa Research Institute. Himself is a great writer. He published novels. He published his autobiography. And when he was the director and when he was the deputy director, this building was coming up. 2006, 2007, 2008, and Chikkanna sitting in the Kannada and Culture Department really helped us to get some money from government of Karnataka. So I was telling to others, if a writer sitting in a government office, that makes our life very easy. There is no bureaucracy, and when you go, you will get a cup of chai, a friendly talk about a literary piece. That will making our life very easy. You don't give us money, but give us a good word at least. So Chikkanna was a nice gentleman. He is the brain behind this whole seminar. He brought the seminar to Delhi. He contacted us, Delhi Karnataka Sangha. He has done a lot of work. Sir, I welcome you to this function. And I also welcome Mr. Vasant Shetty Bellare. Other than his help, it would have not possible to organize the seminar. Sir, we have something around 15 to 20,000 Kannadigas in Delhi. And we have so many Kannada organizations, and Delhi Karnataka Sangha is a mother organization to bring all Kannadigas here, and he is our leader. A good organizer, a good human being, and running Karnataka Sangha in extremely good manner, organizing seminars, cultural programs, and what else. Sir, I welcome you to this function. And CM Nagaraj is the secretary. Sir, CM's His chief ministers may come and go, but our CM Nagaraj always he is here. So he is a permanent CM here. and doing all such work. And organizations flourish with such people actually. They don't hesitate to clean the tables. They don't hesitate to bring a cup of chai. He does everything. That makes Sangha, a successful organization. So I welcome you, Nagaraj Sahab, for your help. And we have invited some special, personalities to this session. All are special personalities. But to mention a few, Dr. Ahalya Chintamani, the senior most Kannadiga, she is here. Dr. Avanindranath Rao is working in a Central Secretariat Library. He is here. D. Balakrishna Naik, working in Indian Oil Corporation, and he himself is a very good writer, and he published a poetry collection called Belakina Pada. He is here, and N.P. Chandrasekhar working in Lok Sabha as a translator. Chennu S. Matad, one of the very prominent Kannadiga in Delhi, and Prakash Shetty Ulepadi, artist himself. Shivanand Ingaleshwara, the theatre personality. Savita Inamdar, very active and poet herself. And Chandrasekhar Joladarashi, the active member from nearby NCR Gurgaon. And Prithvi Karinje, she is working in a JSS college at Noida. I welcome you all for this function. I hope you will stay with us till evening. And I can see some of my journalist friends are here. And I welcome you all for this function. And I don't want to say much about the seminar, but this is one of the important seminar on Kanakadasa. See, unless we put our writers in a national perspective, it's very difficult to understand our own importance in the national level. We all say that this is India, but hardly we know anything about India. And this is one effort, we are trying to understand India in a broader perspective. That's what we called Satyanath, to speak about Bhakti traditions. Then Shubha Dasgupta from Jodhpur University, and all such scholars. And I can see Siddaramaiah is one of the very prominent poet in Karnataka. He is here. Tarini Shubhadaini, upcoming artist. What best we can do? And Renuka Nidugundi. So we are trying to bring the best minds of Karnataka and the best minds of other languages here for interacting each other. And we are recording all those things. And then we are going to bring a book, at the end of the 2-3 months, we are able to bring out these books, because we should be able to analyze a Kannada writer in a national perspective. And the Kannada chair is trying hard to push Kannada among non-Kannadigas, and my chairman is there. So we already organized a Karnataka Folk Dance Festival in JNU. And more than 250 students watched it, and next day my room was full with the Korean and Spanish students. So they're asking about Jogati Kunita, then they're asking about Pata Kunita, Viragase, and believe me, one girl from Korean department has completely carried out with the Jogati Kunita. And right now she is in Dharwad. I advised her to go to Dharwad to go to stay in Saudati, and she is there. That created such an interest among JNU students. That's the chair's main purpose. Already for my Kannada friends, there are 13 students coming to my room to know about Karnataka and to learn about Kannada. 13 students is not a small number. Somebody is working on Lankesha Sankranti. Somebody is working on the ballads of Tipu Sultan. Somebody is comparing Kuvempu with the Mauni, Tamil writer. Somebody is working on Helavanakatte Giriyamma. All are non-Kannadigas. They are showing interest, and I am there to help. And we are going to start, shortly we are going to start MPhil and a PhD degree. And university was kind enough to give me an office assistant and a research assistant. Both are working here. So far I am alone, but now we have 3 people. And of course my all colleagues in CIL, extremely cooperative, extremely curious about Kannada, very supportive, and I am enjoying my work there. So I was able to collect more than 4,000 books in my room now, thanks to Chikkanna, who donated all his publications from Kanakadasa Center and the personal collections. And Lankesh publication has sent me 65 books of Lankesh. So I'm getting more than 4,000 books in my target is to get almost 10,000 books before December that we are going to achieve. So thanks very much. Karnataka Sangha, Kannada Chair, all should work together, and that's my plan. So once again, with these words, I welcome you. Let us enjoy the great talks. Let us listen to the great scholars. so that India can flourish, we can flourish, and India will sustain only through Indian languages. That's my firm belief, not with the English. After 160 years of English ruling, India hardly produced any good writer in English, but we have thousands of writers in regional language. We have Kuempu, we have Bendre, we have Masti, we have Premchand, we have how many? I can give you 100. Suman Kesari is here. She's one of the best poet in Hindi. So we can produce such writers, but hardly we produce English. So India will sustain with the languages, regional languages. So we should work together. There are some problems for Indian languages, not only for Kannada. Hindi is facing the same problem. Odia is facing the same problem. Marathi is facing the same problem. Supreme Court says that, okay, your children can opt any languages. So state government doesn't have any power to dictate terms in the schools. So these are the things, languages are really suffering, but we all have to work together and make India very strong through our Indian languages. And, at last, I want to tell you one thing. The new education policy is out, sir. In new education policy, there is a one line which says that Hindi should be a communication language. Perfect. I don't have any problem with that. But to enrich Hindi, you should take words from Sanskrit and communicate with the regional language. That's what it says. I wrote a letter to Javadekar Sahab saying that why should Hindi take words from Sanskrit? If they want to communicate with Kannada, let them take words from Kannada. 1 or 2 words from Kannada, 5 words from Tamil, 5 words from Odia. That's how the language should grow. So don't impose Sanskrit on us, because these languages are, has to develop with the mutual communications. That's what I wrote. Let us see what will happen. But most of the Indian languages are facing so many problems. So this is how we have to come together. We have to discuss together. We have to strengthen our language. With these words, I welcome you all for this function, and I request you to stay up to 5 o'clock. We are going to discuss about very serious issues regarding Bhakti tradition of medieval Karnataka. Thank you once again.